In this video, we're going to look at some general layout features that are available to you. One thing that's possible is to alter the complexity of the various toolbars on the right here, on the left, and along the bottom. To do that, you can go to View and Toolbar buttons. The way that we've been working the program throughout has been using the advanced toolbar buttons where everything that is possible is shown there. If I look at the other extreme and go to Easiest, you'll see that the toolbars are very much simplified. Much less functionality is available, so if a student were using this to do some writing, it would be much easier for them to use. They wouldn't have to have the complexity of all the total arrangement of icons available. There are 4 possible levels: Advanced, Intermediate, Basic and Easiest. And what you can do is you can look at these and choose what is most suitable for you. I'll switch it back to Advanced for now. Another feature is that sometimes you're working on a whiteboard and it may be that particularly the centre of this top toolbar is quite high up. There is a mode where you can go to Whiteboard mode, which simply moves that toolbar down to the bottom, so that the central things that were at the top are now much easier to reach. Again, I'll put it back to normal. One useful feature is the scrap area around the document. There are 2 zoom buttons. We can zoom in so that if you want to look at something in detail, you can zoom right in. But it's also very often, particularly when working on a whiteboard, useful to zoom out. As I zoom out, you'll see that I have put items on this scrap area around here where you could actually use those to drag to the page. So you could involve some children in perhaps putting on the ball here onto the picture and then dragging the word ball over onto the picture there. Some students have actually made newspapers where they've created all the items on the scrap area around, and then as a committee they've dragged them in to produce the layout after all the items have been arranged, so that they do the page arranging after the items have been created. So you've got zoom, you've got scrap area where you can put items that you may want to use. You can also, of course, copy those items. So if you wanted one of those items on more than one page, you could Control-C, Control-V it into the page and still leave it on the scrap area around. And as we've seen, you can simplify the toolbars and move this toolbar to the bottom, which can, in certain circumstances, make it easier to reach.